Hello and welcome to another exciting tutorial from metallics.co.nz. My name's Alex Telford and today we are going to be learning how to animate an object along a path. So basically how to write stuff in Blender. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight into Blender, and you can see I've set this thing up here where basically we've got something coming across and writing not. And as you can see, yep, this is a 3D layer, and we have an unusual thing, so you know this isn't just a regular curve. I have an odd object set up, and that's what it looks like. So yep, it's a lot of vertices. Now you don't need this many, but I'll get into that shortly. So I'm not actually going to render this out because I just decided to come up with this on the spur of the moment. Otherwise I probably wouldn't be bothering making this tutorial. Okay, so just what you need to do is start up a new scene in Blender. So just file new, and here we go, that's our default cube. And just press 5 to go into orthographic view, 1 to go into front view, and I am going to start displaying. There we go, start displaying those things for you. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch that on. There we go. I'm going to edit this cube, so just dragging that up there, drag that down, and actually in fact we're just going to delete that for now. I'm going to go Shift A, we're going to add in a curve, add in a path. Now you can add in a bezier, a circle, Nurbs circle, whatever, but I like to use a path because basically it puts in a flat thing. Now for this path I'm just going to go turn the resolution down to something more manageable, like 6. So you can see that resolution is basically how many of those little things pop up down there. I like to work with 6. It's not going to have any fill, and that is fine like that. So I'm just going to rotate this around, and you can write whatever. Rotate at negative 90 degrees, you can write whatever you want. I'm going to write, what shall I write? I'll write something more advanced. Let's write I think you know what I'm writing. That's right, I'm writing my nickname, Metallics. So as you can see, I'm not bothering doing a detailed one because this is going to be a fairly sketched look. Let's drag this one up and we'll go, let's come up on here. Let's do a nice fancy T. And yes, this is pretty much how I write normally. I have shocking handwriting, I can tell you that now. My teachers will tell you that too. No one likes my handwriting. Alright, so just coming along, that's the L. And you see I'm having some random curves here. You can do whatever you want, but yeah, that's it. So something else I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag some of these across so that they're not touching. I'm going to turn on proportional editing actually. Go connected, we'll just go G, Y, just drag that one across. And I wonder if I had, I don't think I put one in here. So what I'm going to do is just select that one, just go W, subdivide, so that I've got one in the middle, and I can drag that one across. Just making it so that these aren't touching at all. need to put one in here as well. So just W and subdivide every time you need to add in an extra bit of detail. Alright, so that's looking fine. So just tab out edit mode and you can see we've got metallics written there. And just go Shift A, add in a mesh, and we'll add in a plane, tab into edit mode, scale it down, and extrude it up. Now we need to go X faces, same with this one, X faces, just so that we've got the basic cube there. And now we're going to go right click on the cube, shift right click on this, and then we're going to go Control P. Actually I'll show you how to do it the regular way. We're just going to go in here, go add modifier, we're going to go curve, Nurbs path, so basically that will follow that, and then just change this one here to Z. I always forget which one it is, but basically that just makes it so it will follow the path as it goes up the Z axis. So if you grab it on any other axis, it won't move it. If I go Shift Z, you can see it just moves it in random directions, but not along the path. So that's the deformation axis. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go add modifier, array, and turn off that one, turn 1 on the relative offset, click merge, first and last, and you can set this one here to fit curve if you want, Nurbs path, and of course put that above it, and you can see that's what it would look like there, bit coarse at the moment, but this is the basics of it. But I'm going to show you how to animate this, remember. But the reason that I haven't animated it at the moment is because we need to clear up a few things first. We need to drag this one across, just make sure these aren't touching so much, because it kind of looks a little messy when they touch. Actually, I'm going to just quickly go in here, add a subdivision surface, pull that up to the top, so above the array, and let's go to optimal display so that we have this looking a little nicer. Where's the curve? There we go. And my computer is going nuts. What is going on? Alright. So just dragging these across, making sure they're not touching. Of course it doesn't actually matter if they touch. If you want them to touch, you go right ahead and let them touch. Personally I don't like it, I think it looks messy, it's tacky. But this is a very late tutorial. I've already recorded so many tutorials today. This will be my 5th recording today. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you, of course you can do whatever you want with these. You can go G, Y, you can drag this one out if you want. Actually, I'll just go add in 2 there, another one there, G, Y, no, it's in proportion editing off. Let's just drag these out, and you can see, I think it's on the opposite side now. It is too. Alright. Rotate Z 180 degrees. Tap. There we go. Now you can see we have a nice groove here. There's a little bit of funky stuff going on up here because they're just these two pieces are just too close. So it just can't sort of wrap around it. But that's basically why you put the subdivision surface first, as otherwise you get some funky looking things happening. W, subdivide, there we go, and that's straighten that out. Alright. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Anyways. It's just, I know what it is. Control T is tilt. Control T, and you can basically tilt these around however you want. As you can see, I can put in some serious rotation stuff going up here, and it still follows that pattern perfectly fine, just rotating around, and you've got a funky little thing happening there. And I'm just going to leave that at that for now, otherwise I'm going to get so distracted by making cool little thingies happen. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go fit length, not fit curve, and just drag this length up until it fills your path. So it just fills it about there. And what we're going to do is go ahead about 60 frames or so, and just right click, insert keyframe, go back to frame 0, and we're just going to set the length to 0, and you can see that there's just going to have it just how it is, and insert keyframe. So now hopefully pop. That is how you write text in Blender. So you can see I could render that out and it would go about this speed. Sweet. Now you can add however much detail you want into this. You can, of course, if I zoom in here, Control R. It's always annoying when it's backwards. I don't like working with backwards stuff. There you go, add it in a bit sharper, and now we have a nice sharp line through it. And just remember, if you want to do something like these aren't facing the wrong way, just select the ones that you want, tilt them around. Obviously you need to select all the ones that aren't facing the right way. Control T. Okay, I might want to go the other. No, I do want to go this way. And you can see that is how you get into face the right way. So that's it for this quick tutorial. I will actually save this resource file so that you can download it and see your things. Now ignore the fact that these are absolutely munted. You can play with them if you want. It's a pretty quick tip for that. So just remember to check out the rest of the tutorials on metallics.co.nz, and my name is Alex Tilford. See you soon.